Hey there you guys, welcome back. They finally arrived in the mail. What are they? They're beneficial mites. So I was looking through Amazon, as I do, and I was looking for insect control, different types of natural controls, because as you know, it's wintertime here, or not wintertime, it's fall, and all of the plants are inside now, and over the winter things are just a steady decline because there's always insects. There's always spider mites, there's mealybugs, there's fungus gnats, there's whitefly, there's whatever, you name it, I've got it. And it's really hard to control, only because my plants are so close together. Without that spacing, it's the insect superhighway. Everything kind of goes from one plant to another, so I can't quarantine everything, and really I don't have the time to come down every 3 days to spray everything with an insecticidal soap. And really, if you're doing the harsher stuff, it's really not that good for you, and it's in my house, so I don't really want to do that if I don't have to. So I thought I would try a biological control, and many nurseries, many greenhouses, production greenhouses use these sorts of things. So it keeps the populations of everything down, and these guys are happy and help out your plants. It's a symbiotic relationship. So I'm going to write the name of these predatory mites down below, because I have no idea how to say that. It's a long word. Stratiola, I don't even know. Hopefully they're this cute. I don't know whether it's gonna show up, but they're cute little mites with little army hats and crazy beard with a cigarette. So that's what I assume is in there. So this is called Grub Grenade. I will post a link in the comment, not the comment section, the description down below. So to the Amazon site. I think that they are only available on Amazon, I believe. Even their website takes you back to Amazon. So I'll put the link down below. I'll try to find it. I know that I found it on Amazon.ca. I'll see if I can find it on Amazon.com and also put that link down below if it's available there. I know that this company is out of BC, Canada, so I'm not sure if it's available everywhere, but they probably ship worldwide. So when they arrived, they say that if it was cold temperatures or too hot temperatures, that they might congregate into the center, and they recommend to roll it around gently, not shaking it, for about a minute to disperse them in there. So in this is a 5,000 mites. I don't know how they count them, but they do. I don't want that to be my job. I'm sure it's some sort of an estimate of some sort. So it says that the recommended rate of dispersing them, roughly, after they're all dispersed, roughly 1 milliliter of this solution, of this, I don't know what this stuff is inside, contains about 25 mites. So if you're just doing a preventative measure with no previous pest history, excuse me, it'll be about 10 mites per square foot, or 100 mites per square meter. So that would be like less than a milliliter of this stuff. But preventative in a growing area with a pest history, excuse me, which is me, it will be 25 mites per, or 250 mites per meter square. So I'm going to be doing that ratio. It really doesn't matter. I'm in pots. I don't even know if you're supposed to be using these in the house. I know that they're meant for outside, but they use them in greenhouses and production areas, so I'm sure it's okay. I've already got pests, so what's another one? This one's going to be more beneficial, so what one would I prefer to have around, right? One that's going to get rid of everything, or one that is going to cause a lot of problems. So these will only kill or eat things that are in the soil already. So in case of spider mites, supposedly they will control the spider mites in the fall outside when they go into the ground to overwinter. But in the summertime, when it's nice and hot and they're all on top of the plants, this isn't going to do you much good. But I'm hoping that, because I spray my plants a lot, I'm hoping that when I knock them down into the soil, these little guys will help me out. So fingers crossed. I do get I try to keep things on the dry side to keep fungus gnats down, but it really sometimes things are too dry. But if you water too much, they rot. So anyway, it's a hit and miss thing. I'd like to keep things a little bit more on the damp side because I've got a lot more lights. Things are trying to grow. So with that, the fungus gnat population is going to grow. So this is going to for sure help that. It's going to eat the larva. What else? Thrips were a problem last year. It's going to deal with thrips. What other insects? Here on the side here. Fungus gnats, root weevils, springtails, thrips, or thrip pupa, and more. So when I was on, check out the Amazon site down below, and just read. There's a lot more things that they deal with. Basically anything that's in the soil, they deal with. And if you don't have problems with insects at this particular moment, or if say you had a problem and then they resolve your problem, they're not going to necessarily die. They're just going to eat a little bit less. They're going to feed on pollen. They're going to, I believe it's like fungus in the soil or things of that nature. They're going to keep themselves busy. They might not be overpopulating. They might not be breeding and all that stuff. They're just going to be maintaining themselves. And then once a food source comes back in, they're going to go like crazy again. So anyway, enough rambling. I think I've moved this around enough. Let's go and add this to the soil. Okay, so here is the grow space. All of the plants are in the center. This morning I finally got some trays under the pots. They've just been sitting down here on the ground. I've been worried about watering. This morning I watered everything because when they don't have drip trays, I don't want to water and get it all over the floor. So I'm still working on moving things around and getting them into their forever place, but right now they're good. We got the lights above. These lights aren't terribly strong and they're really, really high above. And this banana, this is the Thai black banana. It's already up to the ceiling, so I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, let's get to it. We've got this this little container. They say to, let me bring the camera down a little bit. There we go. They say to take the top off, and I'm worried about what I'm going to find. So inside here we've got what looks to be vermiculite, and that's what I kind of assumed. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to take maybe half a teaspoon, which is about, actually a full teaspoon would be about a full 25 mil. And then I'm just going to sprinkle it on the soil surface. Just like that. I'm going to do most of these big ones for sure. Because these are the problem guys. I can't get into all of these leaves. For these smaller pots, I'm just going to do a smaller amount. I don't see anything. I was expecting to see little mites crawling around, but I don't see anything like that. For these smaller pots, we're just gonna put a smaller amount on. Here we go. So hibiscus is typically, look at how beautiful this hibiscus is. Hibiscus is typically a big insect magnet. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to make sure I'm going to get the hibiscus. I'm going to give it a little extra. This elephant ear, the lowrider, had a lot of mealybugs. Supposedly these mites deal with the mealybugs at the root level, but they're not going to deal with the mealybugs above the soil surface. So just keep that in mind. Anything that is below the soil surface, it will help you out with. Well, maybe not everything, but the majority of the things that are problems, they will help with. So I'm just going to go and finish putting these on some of these pots, and I don't know which ones are big problems. This one's going to stay moist. So just sprinkling that on. So I'm going to go around here and add this to the rest of my plants, and hopefully you're enjoying this video, and hopefully you could give this a try yourself, especially out in the garden. If you have a lot of pest problems in the garden, these might be the answer that you're looking for, or a control. So anyway, we'll follow up on this later on in the season, maybe in the springtime or midwinter, when usually we have a lot of fungus gnats, and see what's happening. Maybe I don't have any problems. So anyway, until next time, you guys, happy growing. Also, what do you use as controls for your plants when they come in over the winter time? It's great to spray them and whatever, get them ready for winter, but bringing insects in is a real concern. Like it's hard when you have a big population of plants like this. It's almost impossible not to have something come back with you. So anyway, what do you do to control? Anyway, again, until next time, you guys, happy growing.